$3,500 per month, and you bought a MacBook M4 if I'm right. How does that feel like? How is life?
Yeah, it feels like achieving a dream.
You were working two jobs and editing at night. How hard was life back then?
It was hard, especially with my sleep.
How many hours were you working before and how many hours are you working now?
Sometimes it was like 10 hours, sometimes it was 14 hours. Right now I'm working for around 8 hours.
What was the biggest shift you've done that helped you break free?
So the biggest shift was...
Okay, so let's start with a big flex. let's
Yeah.
flex both of us. Let's go! Can you introduce yourself and share more about your story and everything before you joined my coaching program?
Yeah, so my name is Konrad. I'm a full-time video editor and I was editing part-time for over 1 year. I was working as a jeweler at my parents' store. So I was working there for 8 hours. After that, I was going to the gym. And after the gym, I was editing till the end of the day. So before joining the coaching program of Harat, I was just basically either working or sleeping. So there was nothing else in my life. So it was pretty tough sometimes because I was sleeping for 5 hours a day, and yeah, my sleeping schedule was completely messed up.
You were working two jobs and editing at night. How hard was life back then?
It was hard, especially with my sleep. As I said, my sleeping schedule was completely messed, and that was the hardest part of it. I was working sometimes for, I don't know, 16 hours a day, 15 hours a day. Still managed to go to the gym, so there was no excuse, but yeah.
Yeah, you kept grinding no matter what, and you went to the gym, you did a job, you did another job, and everything in the same day, barely sleeping at all, right?
Yeah.
And now you are making $3,500 per month, and you bought a MacBook M4 if I'm right. How does that feel like? How is life?
Yeah, life is great right now. My sleeping schedule got really better. I am working for 8 hours a day with video editing. I have more time for myself, for my friends, and yeah, it feels like achieving a dream, because a few months ago I thought it will never happen that I will work in my 9 to 5 till the end of the days. Like, I was losing hope sometimes because I was working really hard and it didn't pay off because I didn't have a strategy back then. But right now I'm working for around 8 hours. So sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but it's pretty around. And I can work from my garden, I can work from another city, I can go to other countries. So that's the best part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I know. So I was talking with one of my friends a couple of days ago, and we were discussing about how great it is that nowadays, when you're a video editor, a freelancer, you can literally do sales calls from the beach and close them and make money. Like,
Yeah.
this is the greatest things. Or you can do editing from everywhere in the world. Like, literally, you can travel and you can do this while being able to afford food, shelter, and everything you need.
Yeah, that's right. And I remember when I was a kid and I was talking with my other friends that would be a pretty dream life. Like, that was everything we needed. We imagined that, and the money, like everyone in Poland was talking about 3.5K or 3K, because in our value it's a pretty big money. It's 10K in Polish value. So every kid was dreaming about 10K, which is 3K in dollars. And every kid was imagining working whenever they want from wherever they want. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So you are living you are living the childhood dream as well. I remember when I
Yes.
was child, I wasn't even thinking about this being a possibility or achieving this. It felt like a dream though when I was small.
Yeah.
So now when you can do it, it feels really great. What was the biggest shift you've done that helped you break free?
So the biggest shift was I started to be conscious about that. Now I know everything I need to do, and every time I will do something with no result, I know it's just my fault because I've got the strategy from you that just works, right? So if I'm not getting clients, I'm either lazy or either not listening to what you've told. And yeah, that was my mindset back then, because I knew if it works for you, if it works for other people, it needs to work for me.
Yeah, that's true, exactly. And applying the information is the part where most people honestly suck at because they're trying to learn the information. They join coaching programs and also courses, but they don't take action. In their mind, they think as soon as I join, the problem will be solved. But actually, you start solving the problem with joining. The problem is not solved. You need to apply the information, which is the hard part.
Yeah, some people think that just paying a courses, if they just buy a course, they think in their mind that it is already self improvement, right? So that's a big mistake. That's a huge mistake. And yeah,
Yeah.
procrastination is the worst thing that can happen to any freelancer. Basically, I believe taking action solves every problem, right?
Yeah, it solves every problem, and applying the information you learn and you see is the most important part. As you lead, because this is what differentiates the winners from the losers into this space. It's just people who apply the information. The same for my biggest successful students. They take action, they apply the information, and they achieve the goals. If you are tired of struggling as a freelancer and you want to scale past $5,000 per month, you can join the Freelancing Masters and apply everything that Konrad applied into his journey to scale past $3,500 per month, go full time, and also buy that MacBook Pro. So if you want to achieve creative freedom and go full time while making thousands of dollars per month as a freelancer, click the link below. Just a few months ago, you were working two jobs, and now you are making $3,500 per month. You are doing editing full time as a freelancer. If you could go back in time and tell this to yourself, what would be your reaction?
I guess I will be pretty happy and motivated even more. I would ask myself, how did I do it and what I have changed, right? I would probably contact with you earlier.
And if I told you back then this is possible and that you are going to achieve this so fast, what would have you said?
Oh gee, I would take off my shirt and go for the run and probably that would happen.
Yeah, and you'd flex, right?
Yeah.
Was there a specific moment when you felt like everything works, like everything clicked?
It was a moment when a lot of people was started to DMing me on my X account when I was adding higher quality posts. So my brand started to be high quality. That was the switch, and also people started to reply on my outreach. So I think quality matters. Even if you are outreaching on an email, when you are posting good quality content and you are adding your X account to your outreach, your brand always works, right? So I think everything happened when quality went to the roof.
How did it feel to quit your job and go full time with editing?
I felt free. I started to believing in myself more, that I can achieve everything I want in my life. So I was having thoughts in my brain that I am not enough, that I am bad at something. And after that, I started to believing in myself.
That's great. So you achieved freedom, the freedom that you wanted, but also confidence. You saw that it's working and you started to believe in yourself.
Yeah, that's an upward spiral I felt.
And what was the biggest thing holding you back related to editing or freelancing before you joined?
Yeah, so before joining and before taking action, the biggest thing was my 9 to 5. So that was the biggest thing. And I didn't have enough time to work. I was working for too many hours a day. And yeah, I was just exhausted. So
I remember even having the call was difficult. You had to take a free day from the job to have the call, the
yeah,
coaching call,
yeah, I
right?
took a day off from my job to jump on a call with you, but it was, I can say right now, it was worth it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course, you're full time now. Of course, yeah. Why do you think you stayed stuck for so long in the burnout loop?
I think because I was doing the same thing over and over again and I didn't make any changes. So I think that was the reason I didn't have any strategy.
There's a definition of stupidity. I think Albert Einstein said that the person who does the same thing over and over again without seeing a different result and is expecting a different result is stupid or something like that, I think.
Yeah, yeah, and I was that super stupid person back in the day. So yeah,
Yeah, the action, and
yeah,
most people are doing the same thing. They try the same thing every day, the same strategies. Most people don't even have a strategy, but their strategy is not having a strategy. And the problem is that they try the same thing again and again and again. And what happens is you are stuck, right? And I was just doing the same in the past. I was stupid as well in this situation, and I was trying the same strategy. But if it doesn't work, just move on. Just pick something else.
Yeah, I knew something must change, but I didn't know what I need to change, right? I needed somebody that knows more than me and already achieved what I want to achieve, right? And here we are right now.
What were you doing before that wasn't working, and what was the first thing you changed once you started applying the freelancing master funnel?
Before I was posting just Twitter posts without any strategy, just some videos with low quality. It wasn't attached to my brand. I wasn't real on that posts, I think. Yeah, my outreach was low quality with no strategy. I didn't know how to make hooks in the emails. So I think it was that.
Yeah, so you didn't have the systems and also copywriting in the emails and applying the information, making offers. This is what was lacking before.
Yeah, that was definitely lacking. So that's the thing that changed when I applied the freelancing funnel.
You went from charging small rates and working two jobs to landing high ticket paying clients. What from the program or from the freelancing master helped you gain the confidence?
The main thing that changed is I started to believe that my work is worth something actually, and I started focusing on solving a problem, not just making beautiful videos, right? So I started to understand way more about what clients need, right? So that was the thing.
Yeah, you focus on what's valuable actually, and not just waiting for the client to see the value, but actually showing the real value and how you can help him solve the problems.
Yeah.
Can you break down how you landed your first client?
Yeah, so he just DM'd me and I've told him that we need to jump on a call because before I was just saying to them how much I need to get per video. And I didn't make that mistake. I took him on a call. I had a strategy with calls also, so I knew exactly what I need to talk about during calls. So yeah, that was so important part.
That's great. A lot of video editors stay stuck in the low ticket hell. What helped you escape it so quickly?
So it was starting solving problems of clients and knowing my worth, and also stop being scared about few things like talking with clients on a call. And yeah,
What was your social media and outreach strategy before joining?
strategy. What's that?
You had no strategy at all.
Yeah, I didn't have any strategy back in the day.
What were the biggest changes we did to your brand, to your content and messaging that helped you land clients?
I think it's still the same thing. It's like solving their problems, etc. So yeah, just basically, I think it was focusing on their problems, knowing their problems. So I just started to know exactly what they have in their mind. Yeah, and I started to solving it. So that was the most important part, and I knew a strategy how to talk with them. Creating a customer avatar was so important. I always was underestimating it whenever someone told me to create a customer avatar. I didn't know that was so important until it worked. So yeah.
And how did your outreaches change after applying the golden arrow outreach strategy?
Basically, I started to making some hooks in my emails. I started to using the copywriting tricks with my emails, and yeah, it worked way better than doing it just myself when I had no clue how to do it.
Do you have any tips for editors who are posting content, waiting for inbounds, but get no result?
Yeah, if something doesn't work, just don't do it over and over again. Get some strategy and yeah, ask somebody who knows more than you because there are people like that who can help you, like Hadat. Yeah, so that's it.
When you joined, you learned about the warrior mindset. How did that help you?
After applying Warrior Mindset, I've created my day schedule and I applied it to my life. I stick to it. And yeah, after that, everything improved a lot.
You were working two jobs. What gave you the courage to quit and bet on yourself?
I think it was about money. I had not enough money from video editing to quit my job. And yeah, it was all about that.
Yeah, and once you made enough money, this gave you the courage to quit?
Of course.
Most people fear rejection and they don't think they are worth charging more. How did you overcome that?
I just believed it. I've started to understand that clients have their own problems, and when I'm solving it, then I'm just worth it, right? So yeah, that was the part.
So, pricing based on value.
Yes, that's for sure.
If you had to summarize up your mindset experience into one sentence, what would it be?
So about my mindset, it's discipline, it's sticking to the strategy and working hard until it pays off.
Was there a moment when my feedback helped you avoid a mistake or close a deal?
Yeah, I started to be aware of the clients that are not worth my time and that are don't want to jump on the call, don't want to talk with me because they won't treat me humanly, right? So I avoided those clients.
Do you think you could have figured this out on your own?
Maybe, yeah, but I believe it would take a lot of time to figure out everything on my own and to research everything. I would make a lot of mistakes during that, and yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah, so time is the most important currency because time doesn't come back. I don't understand why people are so afraid most of the time in investing or buying stuff because we always buy books and information to buy our time after all. Just imagine you have to go out there and figure out everything on your own. It will take you years, and these years will never come back to you.
Yeah, you can make a lot of money in your future, but time that's lost will never go back to you. So,
It's more valuable than money.
yeah.
But people tend to act like the time is unlimited, but it's not unlimited. It's actually capped, and you can't buy more.
Yeah, I was living with that mindset a few years ago, and right now I see how time is passing. So, getting knowledge from other people that lost the time, so you can take their knowledge after all the mistakes, is a great thing, and you can never underestimate it as a freelancer.
Yeah, because you are literally buying time. That's the strongest thing you do.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What's the biggest difference between the life you're living right now and the life you were living before?
So before I felt stuck and I felt like losing hope, and right now I feel that I can achieve pretty everything I want in my life. So before I felt stressed a lot, I didn't have strategy, I didn't know what to do. I felt like the time is passing and I'm not making any changes in my life. At the same time I felt stuck, so I can work whenever I want and from any place I want. So that's the best part. Yeah, and at the same time, I feel more healthy. I feel like my day schedule is fixed. I am focusing on the diet more, and I have more money for good products from groceries, so that's great.
Yeah, I remember when I wasn't able to afford buying food and I was buying some type of high protein small bars and stuff like that, but they were really cheap. They were like 20 cents or something like that.
Oh, gee.
And it's funny. It's funny, but they were filled with oils and they weren't healthy. You know that they weren't healthy.
Yeah, I know we have the same products in Poland, so I know the brokey days.
What's your next big goal and vision from here?
So my next goal is achieving 10K a month. So that's the next step. And I started to believe it more than before.
What would you say to Konrad who was editing late, working two jobs, close to burnout, unsure if this would ever work?
Yeah, stay consistent, stick to the plan, but also listen to someone who knows more than you.
A lot of editors feel stuck between 1,000 to $2,000 per month and they don't believe they can go further than that. What would you say to them?
So I will say that you are either focusing on wrong things, not solving problems, or you are just lazy and not working hard enough. Yeah.
Then I think this lazy problem is so underrated because most people are lazy. They hear about the strategy, they hear about outreach, but they are lazy to do outreach, to send the emails, to do their edits, to post enough. They just waste their time procrastinating and they think, I have no results. But you don't have results because you are lazy. That's what happened to like 90% of people.
Yeah, that's right. And people are having so many excuses just to stay lazy because they say, like, I can't make outreach, I can't record the outreach video. And I remember when I was learning to do that, and I was recording my first Loom video for, I don't know, 2 hours. The 2 minutes video, I took it in 2 hours. So that was crazy. So you can improve anything. And like you see, I am speaking in English. Maybe not as fluently as I wished, but it's a lot better than a year ago. So yeah, I think you can achieve way more than you think in just 1 year.
What would you say to someone who is afraid in investing into coaching or into a course, a community?
I would ask what's better option to spend money than improving yourself and getting some knowledge. If it can bring you money in the future, then why not?
Yeah, yeah, and this is investing into yourself. You are the greatest asset of your business, especially your brain. So I think this is the best option we can do. If you had to summarize your whole journey into one sentence, what would you say?
I don't know, just hard work, discipline, and avoiding procrastination, focusing on strategy. Yeah, so just to summarize my journey, it was a long path with a lot of discipline, a lot of hard working, and yeah, everything started to work after applying strategy.
Any final message for freelancers and editors who are watching this and they want to live lives into their own terms?
If I manage to do it, you can do it too. You just need to apply proper strategy. So if you feel stuck in your life and you don't know what to do, what to change, I suggest you to take the call with Haddad and post some flexing on the X. And yeah. So if you feel stuck and you don't know what to change and you want to earn 3.5K like me or even more like other students, just click that link below. Don't hesitate and join the freelancing masters with Haddad.
If people are interested in finding you, where they can see your progress?
If you are curious about my journey, you can find me on my X account, Konrad Creative. So yeah, see you there and hope you will post some flexing with Haddad and I will see you. Yeah.